Welcome to Ashton's Crunchy Kitchen. Today we're going to be making beef tallow brownies. I'm so excited. Are you excited? Woo! Let's get started. First, you want to mix together all of your dry ingredients. I'm going to make my powdered sugar first because I have to make it and I don't have to make any of the other ingredients. We need a half cup of powdered sugar. I'm using sugar in the raw. You put that into a blender, you blend the sugar, and that's how you make powdered sugar. Now I put just a little bit more than a half a cup of sugar in here just to make sure that I have exactly a half a cup. I mean, you can save the rest of it for later if you have extra. Let's make sure that this is a half a cup still. Okay, so we have a little bit more. We're just gonna put this aside and save it for later. Will y'all tell me in the comments if my eyes look funny? I keep looking at myself on the screen instead of looking at the camera for some reason, and I feel like it's making me look funny. Y'all let me know. You need 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. We got our organic flour. This is gluten flour, so if you come to my channel for gluten-free stuff, I'll have to make gluten-free brownies when I figure out how to do that. I have no idea why I didn't do this earlier, but I need 1.5 cups of just regular sugar, not powdered. Measure out 2/3 cups of organic cocoa. Next up is 1 teaspoon of salt. We need a half cup of like chocolate pieces. I bought this whole bar, but I'm gonna chop it up into pieces because it's 100% cocoa or cacao, whatever, however you wanna say it. It's unsweetened, and it was the best chunk stuff that they had at the grocery store. I didn't see any organic kind. So I need half a cup of chocolate pieces, which is 4 ounces, so that's gonna be this whole bar, y'all. Y'all can cut these chocolate chips however you want to cut them. If you don't care what kind of stuff is in your chocolate chips, I just buy chocolate chips. Or you can buy M&Ms or whatever you like. I'm trying to not have all the preservatives and stuff in my chocolate chips. Well, in everything, I guess, not just the chocolate chips. But you cut them up however you like, and I know I've already had a few comments about how my chopping skills aren't that great. I'm learning, okay? But just put all these chocolate chips in your dry mixture. Y'all seen those inspirational posts talking about, I always knew I'd be a princess, but I just didn't know which one I'd be. And then it's like, goes to the next clip, and then it's like, I guess I'm Cinderella because I do all the chores. That's all my dry ingredients. I'm just gonna whisk this together. I'm gonna set this aside and we're going to combine all of our wet ingredients. I got a question for you guys. I see these other YouTubers and they talk so fluently, and I just don't. I gotta think about what I'm saying, and sometimes my brain just goes blank. I forget words all the time. You need 2 eggs. We need a half cup of beef tallow. This is room temperature beef tallow, so it's not gonna take long for it to melt. I'm gonna go ahead and measure it out and put it on top of my warm stove right here and let it melt. Get your teaspoon measuring utensil out. This is ½ teaspoon. I'm gonna do 2 of the ½ teaspoons to make 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Let's put in 2 tablespoons of water. While we're waiting for the beef tallow to melt, I wanted to remind you guys, if you've been liking the content that you've been seeing from my channel, make sure to give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you want to see more of. Another thing is, it's really better to melt your tallow with a double boiler. I don't have a double boiler. I need to purchase one, so I'm just heating it up on the stove top. The tallow is melted now, but I got closer to 2/3 cup of tallow, so I'm just going to pour some of that out into a different bowl. Y'all know what? I'm thinking with my noggin today. Actually, maybe my subconscious was like, Ashton, you need a little bit more than a half of beef tallow because you gotta grease your pan. My subconscious was just looking out for me. So I'm gonna pour some of this into my pan, baking dish, whatever you wanna call it. And we're gonna use a napkin to just make this spread. Mix your wet ingredients together. And what you're supposed to do is, you're supposed to slowly add this liquid in until it's all combined. I got another tip for y'all. These little whisker things, you can mash them all together like that, and then you can get all that good stuff out better, and it's easier to clean that way. So now I'm switching over to this little, I think it's like a spatula. I think it's a spatula. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. But I'm switching over to this, and I'm just gonna make sure I get the sides of the bowl real good. My mixture is ready, but before I put it in the pan, dish, whatever, I'm going to heat up some of Mrs. Richardson's caramel. This caramel is the best caramel that we can find at the grocery store. It has corn syrup in it, but I mean, what you gonna do? Sweetened condensed milk, water, butter, salt, blah, blah, blah. It had a lot less ingredients in it than the other caramels did. So we're gonna heat it up real fast. We got our greased baking dish, our melted caramel. We're going to transfer our brownies into our baking dish. Okay, we're gonna spread our brownies around. Now I'm going to drizzle the caramel over the top of the brownies. Now that we have this in our baking dish, we're gonna put it in the oven at 325 for about 45 minutes. But I would check it after 30. Okay guys, the timer for our brownies just went off, so let's take them out of the oven. They look so good, you guys. The instructions say to wait 2 hours to let them cool. I'm gonna wait 20 minutes and then we're gonna try them. All right guys, the brownies have rested for 20 minutes. I've got a sleepy baby here, so let's go ahead and plate these brownies so that we can go to bed. He's also in a different outfit because we ate dinner and Rowan is learning how to feed himself, so he still gets very, very messy these days. All right guys, let's try these brownies. Guys, those are good. They're very rich and sweet. That's a thumbs up from us. If you like the content that you saw today, make sure to give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you want to see more of. Until next time.